Oh, hey there. Sorry, I was just working. Or was I? Trends Blog episode 8, and today it's a battle. Lazy girl jobs, apparently that's what it's called, versus the way of the not so lazy boy girl jobs, sales enablement. As always, check out the description box for links for all the resources mentioned today, but there's no time to waste. So, the lazy girl job trend. After doing some research, here's the best description I can give it. The type of job set out to be less demanding with easy tasks, less overtime, and honestly the job to take to pay your bills and not make your entire life about your career. Now, I didn't come up with this name, nor am I calling anyone lazy. I'm simply passing along public information. So this term was coined by Gabrielle Judge this year, and I watched a few of her TikToks during my research.
I said what I said.
I know the influence, I know the impact, and I know
So lazy that my dog has a job.
Some of her videos seem to be really helpful, and others, well, they're TikToks. What I want to tie into this today are a few things like work motivation, 4-day work weeks, and stuff like that, but we'll get there in a minute. Haley Bausch wrote an article on the whole idea of lazy girl jobs, and she broke down something that I do agree with. Apparently, Gabrielle said in a video something along the lines of getting good pay and having a work-life balance are luxuries that should be more accessible. Haley's comment on this was that these shouldn't be luxuries. She later went on to say something that leaves me scratching my head. Should we really want a job that just pays well, gives us a good work-life balance, but includes more easy and less demanding tasks? I mean, where's the challenge? I do know for a fact that people are very different and not everyone will see eye to eye on this, but why work in a job that doesn't challenge you? So yeah, people's situations are different, but I just want to ask you one thing. Are you truly making what you want and doing what you dream of? I made the decision to myself to do more because I know what I'm going to accomplish in this life. To do that, I need the challenge to build up my skill set and learn daily. Chris Orlob, ex-head of sales at Gong, said in one of our recent podcasts, if you think about the distance between you and your dream life, the distance is not measured in time, it's measured in skills. Let that sink in for a bit. So tied into this whole topic is the 4-day work week. Now, look, I get it. I have a family, and believe me, there's nothing more that I want than to be around them more. But I also understand that for me, I'm the one who can give them a lot or a little, and 4 days will teach me less and result in less profit than 5 to 7 days of work. A poll was conducted on Fishbowl by Glassdoor considering more than 12,000 respondents from US professionals. 81% of them said they'd be more productive if they were given the chance to work a 4-day work week. 4-day week bragged revenue rises on average of 35% during their pilot program. Workers were 57% less likely to quit their jobs when offered 4-day work weeks, and 73% of workers were said to have greater satisfaction with their time. All these stats are great, no doubt about it, but let me know if you agree with me on this. Could this still be possible or maybe even exceeded if there was a specific moving part that maybe needed a little bit of oil? Whether that be employees in wrong jobs, the lack of team synergy, or too little accountability due to a number of reasons. Work from home. I think that maybe pushing the whole work less, try less, I'm obligated, etc. standpoint really isn't the best thing. Scott Galloway talked about, well, quite a lot at his speech at Summit at Sea, which was great, by the way. But he talked a bit about something very similar to this topic, and coming from someone as successful as him, hearing him comment, can you imagine the fight over who gets to fire this person, really says a lot about work input. Neil Patel also talked about the expectations that the younger generation is demanding nowadays. And let me remind you that this is a guy who works 7 days a week and is considered the #1 marketer in the entire world. Anyways, maybe we all can do more to get more, to help more, and to all live better. Sound good? Now let's talk about the other side of the coin. Those who have the potential to and are doing very well in business. The teams who take part in sales enablement. Now, this goes beyond just hiring a pro to come in and give presentations and challenges, also fun, but knowing how to automate, now that's what I want to talk about. By deepening our understanding of customer needs, refining our workflow, harnessing better data insights, and providing easier access to pertinent content, everyone stands to gain from sales enablement. Sales enablement focuses on fostering a setting in which sales representatives can thrive and achieve their targets. This means providing them with the necessary tools, skills, and methodologies to enhance their selling efficiency and effectiveness. In steps automation. Now, most people, when they hear trends, they think of things like the Ice Bucket Challenge, the newest iPhone, ChatGPT, or things that more or less are entertaining. But a trend is actually the general direction in which something is developing or changing. Well, something like that. So when it comes to sales, where are we going? Sales enablement and AI automation. We've talked about AI in the past, so today let's talk a little bit more about enablement and more specifically the automation aspect, how and why. How? I'm going to be sharing some actual statistics that you can find in an article from LXA on sales enablement. So imagine your best sales rep only spends 35.2% of their time actively selling. The rest is spent on various tasks that should and could be automated. Another interesting statistic for you, organizations with sales enablement achieve a 49% win rate on forecasted deals compared to 42.5% for those without. From HubSpot and Oracle all the way to Reply, PandaDoc, and Folderly, the list of tools and platforms is truly vast. 43% of salespeople made use of intelligence tools for their sales working in pipeline, which was a 54% increase from 2 years earlier. Easy to say, if you're not tapping into any of these things, you're missing out, or more like your sales team is. AI-enabled selling tools include things like predictive analytics tools, which empower sales teams to forecast sales and pinpoint high potential prospects. Many sales engagement platforms allow for automated sequence sending and even working responses. Before long, AI will be so integrated that each account will be analyzed by AI to understand common questions, employee response manners, and much, much more. Why? Well, I think the last couple minutes should have probably enough to explain why this is a trend and why you need to hop on board. But here's one more statistic to help steer you in the right direction. 65% of sales leaders who use sales tools have overshot revenue targets. So are you in the 65%? When talking about sales in 2023 and even more 2024, things are getting so automated, and that's great, but we can't lose sight of the real deal sealer, the sales closing. Aaron Evans, co-founder at Flow State, mentioned when talking about 2023, there will be a massive focus on sales skills. Imagine how much more developed your sales skills will be when you have more time to devote to training and less on the tasks that can be automated. So, are you focused on sales skills? The big takeaway I'm getting at for this trend is imagine how much more your employees can do when not only trained correctly, but when the tedious tasks that require less skill can be automated. You're setting yourself or your team up for success. Most sales reps sincerely want to close more and more deals, so why not allow this? Those who are vocal about sales enablement and tools really stand out to me, not only because they're lucky, but because they truly want to help others hop on board. They don't want the easy, less demanding, or per se lazy jobs. They want to do more of what truly requires the skill and experience, the act of selling. The explanation here is that they truly challenge themselves to do more and achieve more. That's not bad, right? I'll leave you with this for today. Do you really know who you are and what you're called to do? Is it making good money but not learning a ton of new skills along the way and then essentially hopping from job to job? Or are you grinding, learning, adapting, and finding ways to save time to learn even more, to progress, and really challenge yourself to reach for the sky? Thanks for watching, and if you want to take your sales to a whole new height, be sure to contact us and we'll get you set up to see more meetings fly in than planes at JFK. See y'all in the next one.